There is a car sitting in a dealership right now worth over $100,000 new, and today someone is selling it for less than $20,000. Not because it is broken, not because it is unreliable, but because the market panicked, and most people have no idea what that actually means for them. What if the biggest opportunity in the used car market right now is not a hidden gem from the 90s, not a forgotten classic, but a nearly new German electric vehicle that lost more than $50,000 in value in less than 3 years? Most people run from depreciation. Smart buyers run toward it. In this video, I am going to show you 10 German electric cars that have taken some of the most brutal value hits in automotive history, and I am going to tell you honestly which ones are worth buying, and which ones will quietly destroy your bank account after you drive off the lot. Let us start with number 10, the Audi e-tron, now officially renamed the Audi Q8 e-tron. When Audi launched this vehicle, it was positioned as the electric answer to every luxury sport utility vehicle on the market. A massive, comfortable, tech-loaded machine with a starting price that regularly crossed the $90,000 mark, fully equipped. Today, early models from 2019 and 2020 are sitting on used car lots for anywhere between $28,000 and $38,000. That is a depreciation hit of over $50,000 in some cases. Here is the honest truth about the e-tron. It is a very comfortable car. The interior is exactly what you expect from Audi. Premium materials, tight build quality, so a quiet ride that feels genuinely luxurious. But the original range numbers were disappointing even when the car was new. Real-world range hovered around 200 miles, which was below what competitors were already offering. Audi improved this significantly with the Q8 e-tron refresh, but the early models carry that reputation with them. If you drive mostly in the city and you are not doing long highway trips constantly, this depreciation hit makes the early e-tron an interesting buy. If range anxiety is real for you, look at the later models. Number 9 is the Porsche Taycan. Yes, the same Porsche Taycan that was celebrated as a revolutionary electric sports sedan. Taycan models from 2020 and 2021 have dropped dramatically in value, with some well-equipped versions losing $60,000 or more from their original sticker price. You can find base Taycan models for around $45,000 today that originally sold for over $90,000. The Taycan is technically one of the most impressive electric vehicles ever built. The 800-volt charging architecture means it charges faster than almost anything else on the market. The driving dynamics are genuinely excellent. Porsche built this car to feel like a Porsche, and it does. The depreciation here is less about the car being bad and more about the premium electric market cooling off sharply. The risks you need to know about are the high-voltage battery replacement costs if something goes wrong out of warranty and software issues that plagued early units. If you buy a certified pre-owned example with remaining factory coverage, the Taycan at $45,000 is one of the most compelling used car deals in any segment right now. Number 8 is the Mercedes-Benz EQS sedan. This was supposed to be the electric equivalent of the S-Class, the ultimate luxury electric vehicle. New prices regularly exceeded $110,000. Today, 2022 models are available for under $50,000 in many markets. That is a $60,000 loss in 2 years. The EQS is genuinely impressive in terms of interior quality and ride comfort. The hyperscreen dashboard is visually stunning. Range is excellent, often exceeding 350 miles in real-world conditions. The problem is that software has been consistently criticized. The system can feel slow, unintuitive, and buggy. Mercedes has pushed updates, but the experience is still inconsistent compared to what you would expect at this price level. Buying an EQS at $50,000 makes sense if you prioritize comfort and range above all else and you have access to reliable home charging. It does not make sense if you want a seamless technology experience. Number 7 is the BMW iX. The iX launched with enormous hype and equally enormous pricing, often exceeding $100,000 for well-equipped models. The depreciation curve has been steep, with 2022 models now available for around $50,000 to $60,000 in the used market. The iX is one of the better electric vehicles BMW has ever made. The interior is genuinely forward-thinking in terms of design. Range is competitive. The driving experience leans more toward comfort than the sporty character BMW is traditionally known for, which disappointed some buyers. The main concern with the iX is parts availability and service costs outside the dealer network. This is still a relatively young platform and independent repair options are limited. If you are comfortable using BMW dealership service and you can get a good warranty, the iX at this price level is a serious contender. Number 6 is the Audi Q4 e-tron. This is the smaller, more accessible Audi electric vehicle built on the Volkswagen Group's modular electric drive matrix platform. Original prices ranged from around $55,000 to $75,000 depending on configuration. Used 2021 and early 2022 models are now selling for $30,000 to $40,000. The Q4 e-tron benefits from a more mature platform compared to the original e-tron. Range is better, efficiency is improved, and the interior, while not as premium as the larger models, is solidly built. The main advantage here is that this platform is shared with the Volkswagen ID.4 and Skoda Enyaq, which means more independent mechanics are familiar with it and parts are more widely available. This makes the Q4 e-tron one of the lower-risk options on this list from a long-term ownership perspective. Number 5 is the Mercedes-Benz EQC. The EQC was Mercedes' first serious attempt at an electric sport utility vehicle, and it shows. Built on a heavily modified combustion engine platform rather than a dedicated electric architecture, the EQC has always felt like a compromise. Original pricing reached $80,000. Today you can find these for around $25,000, representing one of the sharpest depreciation curves of any German electric vehicle. The EQC's problems are real. The range was disappointing at launch, around 200 miles under real conditions, and the platform was not optimized for electric efficiency. The interior is Mercedes quality, which means it is comfortable and well built, but the technology felt dated almost immediately after launch. The reason to consider an EQC at $25,000 is purely the luxurious interior and the Mercedes build quality at a fraction of the original cost. The reason not to is the inefficient platform and the limited charging speed. This one requires the most careful inspection before buying. Number 4 is the BMW i4. The i4 launched to critical praise and strong sales, but depreciation has still been significant on early models. A fully loaded 2022 i4 eDrive 40 that originally stickered around $70,000 can be found today for around $42,000 to $48,000. The i4 is arguably the most driver-focused vehicle on this list. It retains more of the traditional BMW driving character than the iX, with sharper steering, better body control, and a more engaging dynamic experience. The range on the eDrive 40 variant is legitimate, often exceeding 270 miles. The technology platform is more refined than the EQS or early e-tron. For buyers who want a premium electric sedan that is genuinely enjoyable to drive, the i4 at this price point is one of the strongest arguments on this entire list. Or number 3 is the Volkswagen ID Buzz. Yes, it made this list already. The ID Buzz launched at prices exceeding $60,000 in many configurations, and early used examples have dropped to around $38,000 to $45,000. The iconic styling generates enormous emotional appeal, but the real-world range on early models, around 230 miles, has frustrated buyers expecting more from a vehicle at this price. The ID Buzz is a special case because the depreciation is more about market correction than quality issues. The platform is solid, the interior is clever and well executed, the driving experience is smooth and practical. If you need the space and you love the design, the ID Buzz at a 30 to 40% discount from new is a reasonable purchase. Just go in knowing that range is the limitation. Number 2 is the Mercedes-Benz EQE sedan. The EQE sits below the EQS in the Mercedes electric lineup, with original prices between $75,000 and $90,000. Early 2022 and 2023 models are now available for around $40,000 to $50,000 used. The EQE shares many of the same strengths and weaknesses as the EQS. Excellent range, genuinely premium interior quality, and software that remains a frustrating weak point. The EQE is more agile than the EQS and arguably better proportioned for real-world urban use. At this price level, with a remaining warranty, it represents serious value for buyers who prioritize comfort and range efficiency. Number 1, and this one might surprise you, is the Porsche Taycan Sport Turismo. The wagon version of the Taycan dropped even faster than the sedan because the market for electric wagons in the United States is incredibly thin. Original prices for well-equipped Sport Turismo models reached over $120,000. Today, 2021 and 2022 examples are selling for $50,000 to $65,000. What makes this the number one pick is the combination of Porsche engineering, the fastest charging speed in its class, genuine performance credentials, and the practicality of a wagon body that almost nobody else is making in the electric space. The value proposition at this price is extraordinary compared to what you get new. The same caveats apply as with the sedan. Get remaining warranty coverage, verify the battery health report, and avoid early examples with unresolved software concerns. The pattern across all 10 of these vehicles is the same. The German automotive industry bet enormous resources on electric vehicles at a moment when the market was at peak enthusiasm. Prices were high. Consumer expectations were even higher. When the market cooled and competitors improved, the floor fell out of used electric vehicle values across the board. That created a window of opportunity that is genuinely rare in automotive history. The smart move right now is not to panic alongside the market. It is to understand which of these vehicles offer real value underneath the depreciation numbers, which carry genuine long-term risks, and which are simply being sold cheaply because the hype cycle ended. You now have that information. The question is what you are going to do with it.